We are live.
Welcome to the Master of Sports podcast. Today we are going over our thoughts on Super Bowl 56 and several other things around the Super Bowl and around maybe some of the playoffs or the awards or whatever. So yeah, let's get into it. What are we starting off with?
We're starting with your Madden game, Madden's prediction on the game, their simulation. This is technically our first episode. Yesterday we recorded one, but
it didn't work.
We had some issues with copyright stuff, so this is our first ever one. Unfortunately, Will is not here, but expect Will Claremont to be present in the following podcasts and episodes.
Yes. So what we're trying to do here is okay. Here we go. Okay, everyone. So 7-0 in first quarter. 7-7. 14-7 Rams. 17-7 Rams. 27 Rams. Nothing's happening. 23-7. Rams are gonna win. Rams win 26-14. That's what Madden says.
Madden's prediction.
Madden NFL 22. So
I don't know. I think that could be. I think if the Rams win, if the Rams defense comes in, I think that could be a potential score. But I mean, I think Joey B is going to do better than 14 points. I think the Bengals defense will hold up for better than 26. I'd hope it.
Sorry, what? We got Von Miller. We got Aaron Donald. We got Leonard Floyd. They're going to that line's going to have to do really good. But then the best matchup, obviously, and this is without a question, is going to be Ja'Marr Chase and Jalen Ramsey.
100%.
That'll be the best football. I was saying earlier, when the Rams are on offense, that's going to be some of the best football we'll ever see. But I feel like when the Rams are on offense, it's going to be not as exciting as when the Bengals have the ball.
If Stafford's on point, I think that it's just going to every pass is going to Cooper Kupp. It's just I don't think it's going to be that fun of a game to watch if the Bengals can't contain those guys. I mean, honestly, I don't think the Rams have too many weapons. I mean, I guess OBJ and
I want him.
Cooper Kupp's awesome, obviously. I mean, what'd you say?
I mean, OBJ deserves a Super Bowl. Matt Stafford deserves a Super Bowl.
Andrew Whitworth deserves a Super Bowl. I agree because here's the thing. I like Joe Burrow, so I want the Bengals to win, but I feel bad that Stafford's been in Detroit all his career. I think.
I know.
Honestly, he deserves it a little bit. I mean, he put together a great year.
Yeah,
the Bengals have many years to keep growing, and Ja'Marr Chase is only a rookie. Obviously, he's just going to get better from here.
Yeah, Matt Stafford, we don't know how many chances he'll have.
How old is Stafford?
At more like 32 or something. I don't know. You can stat check that, but something like that.
All of their team is getting older. They're not a young team like the Bengals. I mean, Joe Burrow.
Think about this, like they don't have any future.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's not going to get any worse. I think.
Yeah.
He's just
unless he gets injured.
Keep growing. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, he already had that terrible injury last year.
In the offseason.
I don't think anything that worse.
The line.
I don't think anything that bad will happen.
Yeah, I don't know what the Bengals cap space is or all that, but I think they're gonna have to pay a lot of attention to the line, and I think they could have a dynasty if they have a good line, if they can keep all their guys.
Yeah.
And I'm not one to overhype.
Their defense has to stay hot too.
I'm never the guy, and you know this. I'm never the guy that always says the best team is going to win regardless, no matter what. I think that the Bengals could be the next big dynasty coming from a person who doesn't often
say things
like that before they actually happen.
I don't think Burrow's gonna turn into the next Brady. He could very much.
No, I don't think it'll be
but
Brady. I think
I
two or
don't
three
think
Super
Chase
Bowls.
is gonna turn into the next Randy Moss or Megatron. But I certainly think that for the next 5 to 7 years, it's gonna be we'll be seeing the Bengals in the deep rounds of the playoffs consistently. So I mean, Bengals fans have a lot to look forward to. I think the Rams after this year, it's probably just going to keep getting worse unless you see a sudden improvement out of Stafford, which is unlikely to happen, obviously, because he's getting older. But I do think Kupp could keep getting better. I just don't know if he'll stay in Los Angeles if he doesn't have the quarterback,
Yeah, I mean, I hope if the Rams win this, I don't want to see the Rams ever for the next 50 years. I want him to win this and be done because I don't want to see him anymore. Honestly, because
I'm just sick and tired of Los Angeles teams always being good.
I know.
It's almost every single. I mean, obviously, it's a big market. Everybody wants to play in Los Angeles because it's nice weather.
They have 8 teams. Actually, the Angels don't count, so they have 7 teams,
which
is ridiculous.
It's still. I mean,
actually, no, they don't have 2 hockey teams. I don't think. Do they? Kings and I don't know if they have another team.
The Ducks are in Anaheim, which is the same thing. Which is where the Angels are.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I don't count. Yeah, so 6 teams.
It's just so easy for Los Angeles teams to be good because.
Yeah.
I mean.
They're big markets.
And being a sports fan from there, I mean, I'm sure guys like you and I are we like the Cubs and the Sox, but I don't think most people are like that. People aren't gonna be both. You're not a Clippers and a Lakers fan, but it's easy for both of those teams to be good.
The secondary team, a lot of times in those big cities, are really never for example, the Jets. The Giants, as a franchise, have been a powerhouse, and then there's the Jets. And same with the Nets haven't been around that long, but the Nets versus the Knicks, there's not even a question there.
Yeah,
all those teams.
Do you think the Cubs are more liked than the White Sox? I do.
Yeah, they're definitely.
I'd say if you ask
more
people on the
Chicago area, but I feel like around Illinois,
I feel like
they're kind of even.
I feel like the farther you get away from Chicago, you get more White Sox fans for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know
sure.
why.
And especially if
you're on the South Side, you're obviously a White Sox fan. But
yeah, there's rumors that the Sox and the Bears are going to move together to Arlington Heights.
I honestly wouldn't mind. I would not mind if the White Sox
That'd be
moved.
cool. I hope
some people really like the White Sox stadium, but I'm not.
Yeah, I mean,
I really hope the Bears move.
I would never compare in my opinion, the Sox to the Cubs as far as being a fan.
The Cubs are just so much more of a. I mean, everything's better about the Cubs organization. Obviously, in the next years, the White Sox. We're getting off topic, but I think the White Sox in the next couple of years will.
Yeah, they'll dominate the Cubs, but.
Yeah.
I just see myself. I'd like the Sox because you got to root for the closer teams to you, but I really can't say they're one of my favorite teams. I mean, I root for them, but
everything's just boring to me about the White Sox.
Yeah.
The colors, the stadium.
Especially
I do like
Cubs
some of the players.
I
will say I do like some of the players, but I think
Cubs fans are just spoiled because they have Wrigley. They have a lot better fan base. More supportive.
Exactly.
They could have 50 wins in the season. In the last game of the season, there will be packed with Cubs fans. The Sox could be.
Yeah, you can find tickets for $1 for White Sox when they're. Nobody cares.
They won't even sell out when the Sox are winning the division.
I know.
That's it's sad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's why I think a move would be great for them. But
I think the new stadium will definitely. Yeah.
I mean, there's some non-football.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about baseball is the stadium matters so much more. I feel like football and basketball, every stadium's so similar. I mean, there's ones that are a little different. Basketball, I'd say they're all the same. Honestly, there's really nothing that, I would never want to go to every basketball stadium. Baseball, I mean, if you can get a really nice location in the city. I mean, the Cubs is in an all right place, but for San Francisco or PNC Park for Pittsburgh. I mean, those are in great locations that I feel like the White Sox could take advantage of because in Chicago there's some great views of the city and stuff.
Yeah, I think that that what I would want out of Sox if they moved, I would want something like really unique about their field, like you see what the Angels did, like they raised the
Yeah, do
field
something
at the end of
fun.
the field.
Yeah, do something
Not,
fun
I
like
wouldn't
that.
want something like the Red
Do
Sox,
something
because that would just be a
that'll get
copy.
people to go.
Yeah,
Get people to go to games.
like
That's the
obviously
issue. I
there's
mean,
the Ivy and there's the baskets at Wrigley, but then
Wrigley's never gonna go away. I mean, maybe in
yeah,
many years,
that's
but
hundreds of
no,
years. Yeah,
yeah, but right now it's probably. I mean, some people
they
would say
almost lost it.
Fenway, but some people would say
Yeah,
Fenway is the most
we had to
historic.
say
But
Wrigley.
a lot of people, I've heard many bad things about Fenway in terms of the actual experience of being there. The Wrigley, they've done a lot to outside of the like the field itself that has made it a much better
They
experience for the fans.
like seventh inning stretch versus at the Red Sox. What did they do? Sweet Caroline or something? But then the Cubs at the seventh inning stretch. It just, I think that blows away whatever the Red Sox
Yeah,
do.
it's much more iconic.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's just take me out to the ball game, but it's still so famous.
Yeah,
but yeah, let's get back.
Let's
to
go back to
the
the football talk.
There's a little
that's most
non-football
important.
segment. But
past after this weekend, it'll be a lot more non-football. We started this a little late.
Probably.
A lot of basketball. Will's gonna want to start talking about baseball, even though I get bored sick talking about baseball sometimes. But
yeah,
you know,
I just talk about sports. I'm fine. If you're looking for something like soccer or something, don't come here. That's all I'm gonna say.
Are you watching the golf tournament, Sims?
Yeah,
My grandpa's telling me that Koepka's crumbling under the pressure right now. Just texting me that. I'm not sure if that's true, but
we'll get some golf segments for the very few people that want to hear about that.
Yeah,
because I'm a golfer.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if Will want to talk about it as much as you. I mean, you probably won't talk about it a lot, but Will especially.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I did see this yesterday. One quick thing in golf. I saw a video. It was like, what stadium would you want to go to or visit most in your life, or like a sports venue? I don't know why this came to my head, but my first initial answer in my head was that I'd want to go to the Masters. I don't know why. I just think that'd be such a cool experience.
I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm getting to go next year to the number one sports venue I'd want to go to. Yeah, because I mean, it's the U.S. Open, but that's not why.
Where is it?
It's in Massachusetts. It's in Boston. So I'm actually going to Fenway too. Speaking of Fenway, but
cool.
So I'll be able to judge Wrigley and Fenway argument.
Yeah.
But so it's because that's my number one sports venue, because I don't know if any of the viewers have ever heard of The Greatest Game Ever Played. It's a golf movie about Francis Ouimet. He's an amateur who won the U.S. Open in 1913, and it's my favorite movie ever since I was a kid. So it's gonna be fun to go to the real place that he won at and stuff. It's a good story. I recommend the movie.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, you should watch it. We should watch it.
Yeah, I got a lot of movies I need to watch. Honestly, I was like talking in a conversation the other day. I haven't seen so many good movies, but that's for another time.
That's besides the point. Let's get back to the football.
Thanks. What was I gonna say? I saw that. I think this is the youngest coaching coaching duo. I mean, they're not a duo obviously, but I think McVay is 33 and Taylor's 38. So
this is gonna spark. A big. We're gonna see a lot of young coaches.
Yeah, it's gonna start a lot of.
It's gonna open a lot of chances. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm sure some of the older coaches know some of the X and O's a little bit better, like Belichick or Andy Reid. But I mean, when you see McVay running up and down the sideline cheering on his players, I mean,
you see him in the
you got to get more coaches like that. I feel like that's definitely
based
improves.
on the hype alone, that has a big part of it. But I think it's gonna be fun to see one of the best young Sean McVays, or what's his name? Zach Taylor? Is that his name?
Zach Taylor.
You're gonna be able to see seeing one of the greats of coaching versus a young coach is gonna be as exciting as seeing a young quarterback versus Tom Brady.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like that, but with coaches.
I mean, I'd love to play for a guy like Sean McVay. I think it'd be I think it definitely. I mean, I'm not sure how he is as an actual coach in terms of coaching the team, but
excited about. Yeah,
he's a good hype man,
It'll be fun to watch.
And every team needs a guy that brings energy because, personally, for my basketball team, I know that some players don't bring any energy, so coaches need to bring it sometimes, and it's really important that the coaches are the ones that are making sure that everyone's mindset's correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you say? Like we do something like, how long are we on right now? How long have we been going?
Been going for 15 minutes.
All right. You want to like break down some of the like maybe like Bengals offense, Rams offense, Bengals defense,
sure,
Rams defense or something?
I seriously don't know much about the Bengals defense. I don't even know if I can name a player on their defensive side.
It's not mediocre, but it's like
it has to be half decent because they've made it.
It's more than decent.
You can't make it to the Super Bowl with a bad defense.
Because that's pretty much all the playoffs is defense.
Everyone loves Joe Burrow, and so that's what they talk about, and they love Jamar Chase.
Know that the Rams are going to score points. We know the Bengals are going to score points on offense. So if their defense can even keep up a little bit, I think
it'll make a big difference. I agree.
Yeah, and I think the same for the Rams. If the Rams, we know that the Bengals or the Rams defense will probably perform good. As long as the Rams get points.
I saw a picture of Aaron Donald today, and the Twitter comment said, Joe Burrow should be scared today. The dude is a mammoth. I mean,
yes.
If he gives them trouble, I honestly don't think that I think that Aaron Donald's a bigger part in this game than some people think. I think a bad game out of him is not going to cost him, but I think that if he's able to get past the Bengals line and he gets in there, I think Joe Burrow might struggle. But
everyone's saying like Aaron Donald. I've heard things like Aaron Donald's falling off, like he's not like he used to be. If you have 12.5 sacks, that's still better than like 90%.
It's because he gets double teamed. It's like how Khalil Mack had that fall off. Yeah. It's because guys, he can't really do anything.
Which is great because then that opens opportunities for other guys to get sacks when they have to have one-on-ones on other strong guys. Like when you have Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, and Aaron Donald, they can't put two guys on all those guys because they got 4 or 5 guys on the line. Especially if there's a blitz, they're gonna have to be careful about the blitz because Joe Burrow could be dangerous if there's anyone open in the field. But they're also gonna, if they can get something out of that, especially they're gonna have to double team Donald, then they could make a lot out of that. So
yeah, exactly. But I think the Rams secondary is pretty good. But I mean, it's tough to stop. Chase is so good. I think. Mm-hmm. I mean, they'll put Ramsey on him, obviously, which it'll be a great matchup. But personally,
I think we might see
Chase
Ramsey all over
it more than. I think they might move. We'll see what happens.
I mean, you never know though, because it's dangerous. Because T. Higgins could be dangerous too, because the
Rams
good. Don't really have that.
Do you know if Ozuma's playing? I saw he was questionable, but
I don't know.
He's pretty good too. That I don't know. I want to see how. I wonder how the Bengals will cover Stafford's deep ball. I think it's honestly, whenever I've watched the Rams, I've been impressed on Stafford's arm. I mean, he could really launch that thing. And I don't think people really talk about that.
Ever since they were on that losing streak, because that's just because they didn't have the chemistry, because they were just off signing all those guys like OBJ and Von Miller. They couldn't really get the chemistry, but now the chemistry's together and they've been explosive.
OBJ's been a great signing too.
Yeah.
Because he actually wants to play. You could tell. Like once he got traded to the Browns, I don't know if he got traded or signed.
Yeah, he was traded. I'm pretty sure.
He did not. He didn't want to play for the Browns. I don't think.
I feel like
and now that he's on a team that he's winning and he's having fun, I think he's much better. And I think he'll stay with the Rams for a couple more years after this, especially if they win.
I feel like the Browns could have got something out of trading him though. Like if they tried to trade him, I don't know if he demanded release.
I mean, he was great. I mean, he was great in New York. I mean, everyone just remembers him for
they really could have got picks.
And everyone's gonna remember him for that, and that's about it. But
the Rams
he was a really good wide receiver for a couple of years.
Yeah, he was.
It wasn't just a catch,
Yeah.
But let's see. the line on the game is Rams -4.
Yeah.
You're a betting man. What are you doing?
I'm taking. I don't know. I wouldn't bet on a score. I would bet on something like one thing I was thinking earlier. I would bet on like Stafford to have more than like 275 yards or something, or more than 2
like
TDs.
Yeah, because I seriously don't know how much. I mean, there's so many factors that play into this game. The Rams being home.
I'd probably say Stafford more than 2.5 touchdowns.
He'll get 3 touchdowns.
Either 3 or because I feel like Cam Akers. I feel like
they don't have a real good running game. Yeah. They're gonna go to Kupp as much as they can.
It'll be all Kupp and OBJ. There'll be a game of passing for sure. There will be a little bit of Joe Mixon in there. Maybe he'll get a touchdown or two, but I think it'll mostly come down to passing.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially you can't really run against the Rams, but you never know if they don't expect it. They might pull something and then might get some out of a run or two. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see here. How long have we been on?
We're at 23 minutes. Oh, no,
you want to say something like? You say something maybe like something about the awards ceremony or something?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that real quick.
Let's talk about obviously Joe Shiesty, comeback player of the year, well deserved.
Very well deserved.
3 wins last year or 4 or something.
In my opinion,
4.
Actually, no. I was gonna say that was the most unanimous one, but in my opinion, I think T.J. Watt, Defensive Player of the Year, is the easiest pick.
Yeah.
That dude was
by far
awesome this year. And then Rodgers won MVP. I know a lot of people that weren't a fan of that pick, but I mean,
so
it's hard to say not.
This is for Will. He's all concerned about Rodgers having won Super Bowl, but here's what I have to say about that: you can't get any more compared to Peyton Manning as Aaron Rodgers is. 4 MVPs, 1 Super Bowl. Peyton Manning, 5 MVPs and 2 Super Bowls. But his last Super Bowl was what? He was like 42 or something, or 41. Just give Rodgers time. I think Rodgers will have another one.
You think he will? You don't think?
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about the rumors. I think if he goes to the Niners, they become the Super Bowl favorites. But I mean,
yeah, for sure. I want to see him on the Niners.
Yeah, me too.
I don't want to see him on the Broncos because I feel like the Broncos.
Do you think there's any chance? Do you think there's any chance he'll go to Tampa Bay?
No. Honestly,
it'd be a good spot for him to go, but I don't.
Imagine seeing a Brady team one year, then Rodgers is on that team the next year. Imagine how crazy that would be.
That'd be so weird.
Yeah,
especially because of the same number. It'd be so weird.
Yeah. I just cannot picture that.
Offensive Player of the Year, Cooper Kupp. I don't even know who was Jonathan Taylor the other option to pick for that.
Yeah, and I think
he got really
Jonathan
hot.
Taylor was even in the MVP race.
He went on that tear for that time, but but
then they just gave him the ball every play or something, basically, didn't they?
Exactly.
They just kind of.
They relied on him.
Like Derrick Henry.
Carson Wentz sucks.
Derrick
Henry
can take the ball every play.
No, if Henry didn't get hurt, I seriously think he would have been
MVP.
Nah.
I think he would have been MVP.
I don't know.
Controversial there, but I think so.
Yeah, that was a terrible injury. That sucks for him, but
And it's like you didn't even expect it to be bad because he just limped and he just hopped around for a second, then walked off the field. Next thing you know, he's out for the season till the wild card of division or whatever.
Which he clearly wasn't. I personally don't think he was 100% then. He did fine. I think he had like 70 yards and a touchdown, but it's nothing compared to his 200-yard games and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll never know what would have happened if he didn't get hurt, but next season he'll be 100%. We'll see what happens. Because an ankle injury probably won't ruin somebody's career as much as a knee injury or something.
No,
so I think he'll be back to 100%.
An ACL.
Yeah. I think he'll be back.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see some of the other awards. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Ja'Marr Chase. I don't even know who could have rivaled that, honestly.
Yeah, if he wasn't.
Same with Micah Parsons. I don't think either of those guys even had
Micah Parsons
any
is
competition.
Like Taysom Hill, but on defense.
I will say I know you love Mike Rabel, but I don't. I mean, I guess it's a regular season award, but I mean, really, I don't think.
Did he get Coach of the Year? I didn't even.
He got Coach of the Year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did see that actually. Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that, honestly.
I mean, I don't. You can't really put a Coach of the Year because I feel like every year, it's like someone that shouldn't have got it almost.
I mean,
they kind of just pick the team.
It goes to a team. It goes to a team that has their best record. I mean, did they have a big turnaround? I don't know. I think there's some underrated coaches. I think like Brian Flores, even though I still don't understand why that dude got cut, but I think he did a great job with the Dolphins, honestly.
It's unfortunate that he got cut because he could have done so much with the Dolphins.
Yeah, I know, and now he's having these lawsuit things with
all these allegations. Yeah, you don't know if he wanted to be off the Dolphins.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough about his thing that. I mean, I don't really want to take a stance on it because.
Yeah. Same. I don't know.
I really don't know what happened. All I know is that they were paying him to lose, basically. Which,
yeah, if it's true, that's messed up. So
I don't really know what will happen if he wins the case. I'm sure someone in that.
Yeah, they don't deserve a coach that good if that's true, because I won't have respect for the Dolphins if that's the case, because that's really messed up.
I mean, you can't hit on the players. That's not their fault, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't. I mean, really. But I don't understand why people think tanking is such a terrible thing. I mean, if you're a terrible team, especially in the NFL, and you're guaranteed the first pick if you have the worst team. I mean, especially if you think you're going to get a franchise quarterback out of that first pick. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with it. I mean,
the thing is with those teams, though, there's just some. It doesn't work out a lot of times unless you're like the worst team in the league, because everyone on the team, nobody. There's never gonna be a team with pros at every position that will want to lose every game.
No, just obviously
to be good
especially
next year,
veterans.
They
want
to win.
Aren't going to want to come in the league. Yeah. Because they're going to be, they're going to be out of the league soon. I mean, young guys that know that their team's going to be building and they're going to keep getting better year by year. I'm sure those guys don't care as much.
Was to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, those young guys probably don't, but yeah.
I mean, the Bengals are the best young team right now, and that's pretty obvious. I don't know. I can't even think of another young team that. I mean.
Mm-hmm. And on top of how good the Bengals comeback has been, is they haven't even won a playoff game in 31 years, and the fact that they've won 3 now and they're going to win a 4th tonight is huge.
I know.
So
I think one more thing. I was gonna say the Cardinals were the young team, but I don't know what's gonna happen with Kyler Murray.
They're a fast team.
Did you hear about the Kyler Murray?
Oh, that he erased all the stuff.
Yeah, he did all the Cardinal stuff off his Instagram. He unfollowed them. That's just like, I don't understand why guys do that. Like, nobody's gonna like them because of that. It doesn't get people on their side. It just causes drama,
Yeah, and then you have all these rumors. Like,
exactly.
We've been hearing about Deshaun Watson
where's he
for
gonna
2
go?
years.
I did just see that Deshaun Watson might get signed by him and Russell Wilson are being looked at by the Buccaneers. Yeah,
Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson. There's a few teams that are looking for a quarterback, so they could go anywhere really. I think one of them will be gone, either Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson. But
I mean, the Seahawks want like crazy stuff for Wilson. I remember when the Bears were looking at him, it was ridiculous. It was like
they're
3
similar
first-round picks and Khalil Mack and some other crap. Just for,
they're really,
I mean,
I mean, they're kind of the same guy. So whoever ends up with them, like
Fields and Wilson.
No, Wilson and Watson. They both escape the sacks. They can scramble around and still make a great pass. So
Watson's just younger and he can still
really
grow. Unlike, I think Wilson's reached his peak and he's falling at this point. But I mean,
my concern is that Watson, unless he's been grinding it all this time he's been out, he might be rusty for a little when he comes back. But I think he'll be back to.
Tampa Bay's kind of a retiring home, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be terrible in like 5 years. It's just like how, like, I know I'm switching it up to basketball,
Seahawks, unfortunately, I think are over.
it's like the Lakers or the Nets in 5 years are going to be terrible because they lost all their money to try to get play. I mean, the Lakers are just in a freaking hole right now. They're in a hole.
I think they're going to be.
They might not even make the playoffs. They might not even make the playoffs, and they have two of the best players in the league.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
I mean, they signed Westbrook too.
Yeah, Westbrook was hyped, and now they want to get rid of him already. So
yeah, and now the Wizards won that trade. It's just everything's crumbling over there. I don't know if it's the coach. I don't know if it's the management. I really don't know, but at least Los Angeles has something to cheer for tonight. And then after that, I mean, you just gotta pray and wait till baseball season when the Dodgers roll around. But I will say, if you're from Los Angeles and you're an Angels fan, like, what are you doing? I just don't get it. Why?
Well, that's really only Anaheim people that are probably Angels fans. There's probably not a lot of LA
I guess, but
Angels
I mean, I've heard. I mean, like I was on Dodger film someplace. Some of those guys are Angels fans.
But I've heard this before, and I totally agree. If you're an Angels fan, then you're an Angels fan.
Like you stick to that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That team's.
I mean, they definitely have a lot of. They have stuff to cheer for. They have Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
They're not terrible. They just have terrible pitching. They always have one of the best offenses. But in my opinion, I mean, it's fun. Honestly, it's fun watching teams with really good offenses and terrible defenses because
I mean,
you give up a lot of hits, but you also get a lot
of hits.
They're entertaining games.
Like the Sox.
The Sox. Sometimes the Sox had games where they would just pound the ball. I mean, I used to like. Honestly, I can't really watch a full baseball game. I get bored unless it's like a really good game, like the Field of Dreams game.
Yeah, like the Angels, like
they also have a nice stadium too.
Yeah, they do. I like the rocks in the back.
Yeah, it's a cool part.
The fountain or whatever. But
that's like the uniqueness.
Yeah, the Angels, they have two of the best baseball players, like among the greats of the game that we've ever seen on the same team, but yet they still can't make the playoffs.
Yeah, Anthony Rendon.
Yeah. They got a lot going for them. Hopefully they can turn it into something good because I like the Angels.
Yeah, they just need a couple pitchers.
Yeah. How long have we been going?
We're currently at 33 minutes.
33 minutes.
So, okay, I mean, let's just give our final thoughts. I think that final score of tonight's game, I think I'm going to go Rams 31, Bengals 27.
I'd say Rams.
I do want the Bengals to win.
Yeah. I think Bengals will be 25. That's what I said on my Instagram. Bengals 25, Rams 28. But I hope the Bengals win, but I also hope Stafford wins. So, it'll kind of just be a game where I can sit back and have fun watching it because I want both teams to win. Yeah.
I do. I personally think Stafford's going to have a better game than Burrow. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm feeling
especially with all the support at home, and he's been around for 13 years.
I know. I mean, Cincinnati. I mean, he was like clowning them for like. I remember earlier in the season he was saying like. Do you remember him saying like something about how Cincinnati has no nightlife, like because they were talking about COVID and he was saying they have no nightlife, but they've been real supportive. I mean, they canceled their schools tomorrow, which I mean, personally, I don't know why they don't do that everywhere, but
but honestly,
I'm sure it's fun being a Bengals fan right now.
Burrow's handled the pressure great.
Yeah, I think he'll do. So, I think he'll do.
I don't think that'll really be much of an issue. Who knows?
He'll be fine. I think tonight. I think.
That's why we just gotta watch the game.
Personally, I
make all these predictions.
I do think I think that the NCAA championship is a pretty comparable scene to the Super Bowl. So I think he knows what's.
Especially as with Jamar Chase. But it's gonna be weird. There's a lot of LSU guys in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know.
got OBJ, Jamar Chase.
I know, OBJ.
Burrow.
Very true.
So we'll see.
I mean, where did Stafford? Stafford went to Georgia. So, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, but I think that'll wrap us up for today.
We got a lot more other sports talk than we expected, but that's good. Good start.
I mean, there was nothing. I mean, obviously, there wasn't. It's hard to talk about one game for a real long amount of time, so
yeah.
I think we did a good job.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning
Thank you
in.
for watching.
And everyone have a great day.
Yeah, have a great day. Thank you.